One last note, and this is important, when you're pairing consoles with sensors, you can only do one set at a time. The range is actually very long on the console and the speed sensors, so when you push the buttons, if you do it within even 50 feet of one another, you could get cross pairing, so do only one set at a time. To pair the three components, you get them all open as I have them here on the table. You'll see in each of the sensors there's a button. In the speed sensor, the cadence sensor, there's a small rectangular button, this red button here. In the power sensor, there's a button that looks the same right here. And then in the console itself, there's actually a red circular button, as you can see right there. I get them out on the table and I'm ready to push. So I turn on the console, and now this console, if you can see that, the console's actually come up in the P menu when I turned it on because it hasn't been paired yet. And it knows that it needs to pair before it can do anything else. So with the console on, I turn the console over, I push the button inside the console, and then I push the button in the other two sensors shortly thereafter. I don't have to do it all at the same time. On the front of the console now, you see I have pass and pass in the bottom left and right. And now when I'm at the P menu with P in the top right, I've got numbers under both the power and speed sensor. So that tells me that it paired correctly. So that means that each of these sensors paired with the console. The third thing you have to know is that the other two sensors actually pair with each other. And we have a light that indicates that for us. So I'm going to pair again, because I can pair as many times as I want. I'm going to turn this over, I'm going to hit the button. So now it's in pairing mode again, ready to go. And now I'm going to hit the buttons in these two. Now you'll notice in this one, there's a red and a green light. After a couple seconds, the red light went off and the green light stayed on. That means that these two sensors paired correctly with one another. That green light will go off after a few seconds. I got pass and pass up here. I have my numbers and my codes. Now I know everything's paired together and these components are ready to be mounted onto the bike.